Yes, Steph, so I can tell you, I was covering the event here on Saturday, and the atmosphere was almost surreal. You could really feel the overwhelming police presence in the area. You know, our studios here are just across from the Capitol, and on the rooftop of our building, where our studios are located, there were special police units spotting with binoculars and communicating with the units on the ground. From what we could tell, much of the communications were focused on the agitators who were trying to stir trouble at the event. Now, the plainclothes and uniformed police presence on the ground was also palpable. Social media was lighting up with some interesting posts on that topic over the weekend as well. Another important thing to note here was the presence of Antifa, or those who were looking to incite and stir up the people that were attending the events. This has already been discovered and proven as a tactic that they use, especially on the events of January 6th, where you had a man called John Sullivan, a BLM supporter who can be seen on videotape inciting the riots. Mr. Sullivan is still facing 8 charges in his involvement on January 6th. You can see here in some of the footage we've been rolling a BLM supporter trying to stir the crowd and being escorted away by the police on Saturday. Now, some of the people I spoke with attending the event were actually there on the day of January 6th. They did not breach the Capitol, and say hundreds of thousands of people, the vast majority attending that day, were just like them.
People were frustrated about the election disintegrity, but people were so nice, and they were just such patriots. They were here because their voices weren't being heard, and this was the last remedy they had. And so when we went, of course there are these things called agent provocateurs, agitators, right? And so they start, and a lot of them wearing MAGA hats. You know, they were undercover.
Now, from what I could see in talking to a wide range of people attending the rally, this was a diverse group. There were rational, peaceful people that were simply there to support what they say is due process. And none of those whom we spoke to denied the events that took place on January 6th.
Some of them have committed some crimes, rightfully so. People should, you know, if you get in trouble, you do that, you should do the time. No one's disputing that. But when you're getting charged for misdemeanor and being treated like a domestic terrorist, that's a problem.
I don't believe in demonizing anyone. I voted Libertarian. I voted for Obama. I voted for Trump. Only because I felt he was a better man than Biden.
And if we had this, we wouldn't be here fighting about this.
After concluding the event and telling all of the supporters to thank the Capitol Police upon exiting, organizer Matt Brainerd spoke with me and told me what he was trying to get across at this event.
We're going to stand up for these Americans who are being politically persecuted, who are being treated disparately. We're going to stand up for Ashley Babbitt so she gets the investigation that she deserves. And we're going to demand transparency from the Capitol Police Department.
Now, Steph, from what we witnessed, this event was very peaceful. The police presence definitely helped maintain order as there were counter-protesters and agitators swarming the event, and they were just removed or kept at a distance when they became aggressive. When I asked organizer Matt Brainerd what his plans are moving forward, he told us that they have similar events planned in 17 cities over the coming weeks, and that he expects each of those to be just as peaceful as this event was.